For more than 3 decades, our next... That's terrible. You throw that thing away.
Okay.
Our next guest made countless film and TV appearances, the face of authority and believability, and here he is, right here.
Yes.
From everything from documentaries to commercials. And then, give me that. Then came a movie called Airplane.
Yes, thank God.
Here's Leslie Neilson. And we got to say that the producer of Airplane, Jerry Zucker, always said of you that you are a man swinging with a cracked bat. And it's
he's a very discerning man, and I bow to that compliment very well. I love it, and I hope I keep on swinging with a cracked bat. He also, or somebody also said that I was a 10-year-old masquerading as a sophisticated 50-year-old.
So what happened?
I might have shaved it, but
you got
you know what?
You got to shave a couple of years. Well, you know, the Airplane thing came along, and I guess was there anything at the time where you said, "Well, I better not do that because it's comedy and I might ruin the image"?
You mean did I think like? Not at all. No. When Airplane came along, I called my agent at that time, and I said, "Look, I'll pay them to do the part, you know, because
it was so
I knew that if we did it seriously and did it straight, it would be funny, because that's, you know, my kind of humor." I try to be as serious as I can.
Oh, of course.
You said that was your agent at the time.
Yeah.
What happened? He said, "Well, if you're going to go to comedy, I'm getting out of this one. You got to find somebody else."
It's just that, you know, things change, and I moved on, and sometimes I'm asked to go, you know. So, you know, I just went on to different
You did
offices.
the show with the Zuckers. Is it Zucker or Zucker?
Jerry Zucker and David Zucker and Jim Abramson. Yeah. Marvelous man.
They were the guys behind Kentucky Fried Movie and behind Airplane. And then they started the Police Squad show,
right.
which was probably, and I was telling you this downstairs, it was the only show that I would ever make an effort to get home. I'd work my whole schedule around to go home and watch it.
Oh, me
Because
too.
it was hysterical. And then it lasted 4 episodes and disappeared.
Went 6. They showed 4, and then they showed 2 more.
They showed 4, but took it off for a long time.
And took it off for a month, and then showed 2 more. I mean, one of the reasons why the show didn't work, Thermopolis, who is the president of programming at ABC, said that it didn't work because you had to watch it. But what he meant was you had to pay attention to it.
And of course they don't.
But they didn't expose the show in a way for anybody to have a chance to develop a habit of changing their habits of viewing, you know. You didn't have it's a little complex even for me, actually, to develop their habits of changing their habits.
To get in in other words, try to make people get in there and sit there
Give
and
them
watch television.
give them a chance to find out that you had to pay attention to it.
Because there's so many things that are going on.
Yeah.
It's like Airplane. I've seen it 9 times. And you still see things that are, you know, that you didn't see before.
But that was a phrase that I get a lot. I do a lot of traveling, and that's a phrase I get a lot from. I was talking with Jimmy Walker, and he says, on Thursday, I'm at a point to be home to watch that show. He says, and he says, I would organize my life on Thursday around seeing that show.
That's really funny.
And a lot of people felt that way.
Yeah, I did it. Airplane 2 did not do so hot, and you weren't in it.
No, well, it wasn't written by Jerry and David and Jim. And I myself, for my opinion, did not find the script, you know, as funny as Airplane 2. And they wanted me to play the part of the doctor again, Dr. Romack. And so I didn't find the part of the doctor funny.
I hope you get your problem
The
cleared up
doctor was
soon.
not really funny. So I said, hey, I can't. What I felt was if anybody who saw Airplane 1 and I was in Airplane 2 came to see it because of anything that I might have done, you know, somewhere along a few months later, they'd catch me on the street and say, hey, Leslie, now what'd you do that to us for? You know, so I turned it down.
Because you created, I mean, the doctor character in Airplane is going to be a classic. As much like Peter Graves' part as the pilot.
Yeah.
Now, you have gone on and done stand-up comedy even since then.
Well, I've tried it. You know, I'm not a stand-up comic. No 2 ways about that. But at the evening at the Improv, they asked me to host the show called Evening at the Improv and do about 15 minutes. And so I worked with somebody, and I developed my own material, and I got up, and the audience was so affectionate and warm that, you know, everything worked out. And I did, you know, just about everything on the show that I could, you know, and they were, you know, very pleasant and charming. But you have to be audacious to be a comic, you know. You have to, and you have, for myself, I'm busy protecting my image all the time.
I want to know if you're going to have that thing with you the next time you do a bank commercial or something. Oh, were you going to go back and do anything serious again? Or is it kind of, are you blown?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, or is that a career that's gone?
Oh, no, I really love comedy, and I love to do it. And, well, when we were doing Police Squad, you know, I really thought every bit of my experience in show business, you know, told me that the show was going to be a hit. Not just successful, but a hit. And I even went out on a limb to tell people, you know, to people, interviewers and so on. I said, well, I have to say this is it. Well, of course, I was totally wrong.
No, I don't think.
I know it was very, in my opinion, it was successful. It didn't stay on the air.
Critics loved it, and the people that watched it,
all the critics, you know, it batted almost 1,000. It was incredible. But I knew then even that
sure makes you wonder
Police
about
Squad,
this business. Sure makes you wonder about this business.
Well,
you know. What you were saying.
But I was going to say that I would have done Police Squad and been happy with doing it, but then in the hiatus, I would have taken off. I'd do the one-man play on the life of Clarence Darrow, and I would have taken that out and toured. I think I had to have the two, both the comedy and the drama.
Yeah. But you got another TV show coming up, a series.
Prime Times on NBC on April 4th.
Real happy, April 4th on
April
NBC.
4th, 9 o'clock, yeah, prime time.
Real happy to say that there's a lady in there that worked on our comedy show, The Tush Show, who was incredibly talented.
That's right.
Jan Hooks.
Jan Hooks, yeah.
Is one of your
She's one of the players in it, and she's marvelously talented. Lorraine Newman and Louis Arquette and Hamilton Camp and Julie Payne. And then they have Bill Shatner's on the show, and he's doing his biography and talking, and so they have clips from all of the shows he's done where he was a priest and a pilot, and where he's in the Twilight Zone, and he was a mechanic, and watching the ape out on the wing trying to repair the engine.
I remember that episode.
And, yeah, right. So they pieced together very carefully and very funny, you know, the William Shatner's biography. Marty Milner's on it, and there's a film clip around '66, about 20 years ago, or whenever it was, and he's you know, from then and up to now kind of thing.
What do we have a clip that you brought along?
It's a convention, about a political convention. You get some idea of some of the stuff.
And who are you?
I'm the man with the gavel, and I'm keeping the meeting in order.
Well, he's the man in charge. Leslie Neilson from Prime Times. Let's look.
Very good sketches. I don't think anything lasts more than 2.5 minutes, and
is it a half-hour show?
No, an hour.
An hour show.
But it makes it's a very affectionate. Like, for example, they have clips of Sally Fields in a scene from Gidget with Richard Dreyfuss, and you know, you say, Mike, look at that. Jodie Foster in one of the clips is 10 years old.
She was in the Partridge Family.
That was in the Partridge Family. It was what it was from.
I remember she played the little red-haired kid's girlfriend.
That's right, and she was talking to him. Yeah, Bernaducci. I think Ducci.
Is that the little kid?
Yeah, the redhead kid. Yeah,
I don't know his name. Where is he today?
I just said it today. I was doing voiceover today for the show.
So you've got that coming up, and hopefully it catches on and it becomes a series.
Well, right now it is a pilot. If we do one other show, and if we don't, we have done a special.
That's the way they'll promote it, right? Yeah. There's going to be a special coming on NBC on April 4th.
That's right.
And hopefully will be a series.
Yeah, I would like it to be. It'd be great. Yeah.
I'm just real concerned about your dramatic career, though. I mean, you know.
Well, you know, as you know, I started to do the one-man show because I'm finding it a little more difficult to find people to work with me.
I bet.
Yes.
You really, it's like they don't want to sit in an office alone with it too long.
It's a lonely life I live. Lonely. Over at Warner Brothers, they make me eat in the small dining room.
By yourself.
By myself.
Because of your problems.
Yes. They don't know I'm just having fun.
Well, you have to run, and I hate to see you go, but it really, Leslie Neilson, Shirley's been a pleasure having you here.
It's just a pleasure meeting you, too.
Okay.
Nice to meet you all.
He's not going to say it. I can't believe he's not.
I hope you'll have me back.
Surely we will.
Oh, I don't use that name anymore.
Don't call me Shirley.
Don't call me Shirley. Eileen Davidson from The Young and the Restless will be here as soon as the air clears. Stay with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Brett.